Welcome back to the channel, coin collectors and history lovers. Today, we are uncovering the hidden value of three interesting American pennies: the 1977 D, 1978, and 1979 Lincoln 1-cent coins from the United States of America. These coins may look ordinary, and many people still find them in change, but some rare examples are worth far more than face value. Collectors search for these Lincoln cents because rare errors and high-grade uncirculated examples can command strong prices at auctions. In this video, we will explain what makes these coins valuable, how to identify rare varieties, and how much some examples can be worth. So check your old pennies carefully, because one of them could be worth big money. Let's get started. First up, the Lincoln cent from the United States of America with the D Mint mark was struck at the Denver Mint, and this coin is a well-known part of the modern Lincoln cent series because many collectors and viewers discover it in old jars, family collections, and bank rolls, and wonder whether a simple penny from 1977 could be worth much more than 1 cent. And while the mintage was extremely large, the real value depends almost entirely on condition, original color, and whether the coin has any unusual minting errors. And this is why a 1977 D penny can range from a common everyday coin to a collectible piece that attracts strong interest when found in true uncirculated condition with bright original mint luster and very clean surfaces. The obverse of the 1977 D Lincoln cent shows the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, and the reverse features the Lincoln Memorial design, which was used on American cents for many decades, and the small D Mint mark below the date identifies the coin as having been struck in Denver. And while millions of these coins were made, the majority entered circulation and developed were over time, and this means that truly fresh, uncirculated examples with strong red copper color and no handling marks are much more desirable than ordinary circulated pieces, and can become valuable to collectors who seek high-grade examples for their sets. In uncirculated condition, the 1977 D penny should display strong mint luster across both sides, and the original copper surfaces should appear bright red rather than dark brown or faded, and collectors place great importance on the red designation because copper naturally tones over time, and a coin that still retains full red color after decades can stand out as a premium example. And the surfaces should also show no signs of wear on Lincoln's cheek hair or coat, and the reverse memorial should remain sharply detailed and attractive, making the coin much more appealing to serious collectors. The value of a 1977 D Lincoln cent in average uncirculated grades, such as MS-60 to MS-63, is usually only a small amount, and often only a few dollars. But when the coin reaches gem grades, such as MS-65 red, the value can rise significantly, and the finest known examples, graded MS-66 or MS-67 red, may sell for much higher amounts at auction because registry collectors compete for top-quality coins, and this large price difference creates an excellent story for a long YouTube script because viewers are often surprised that a common-looking penny can become valuable simply because of superior preservation. One of the most interesting details for your video is that the 1977 D penny was produced during the period before the United States changed cent composition in 1982, and therefore it was made primarily of copper, which gives it a heavier feel and a classic appearance that many collectors prefer over later zinc-based cents. And this older composition makes the coin appealing not only for its collectible value, but also for its historical connection to an era when everyday American coins had a different metal content and feel, and this can help keep viewers interested throughout a long educational video. Another strong section can focus on mint errors, because while a normal 1977 D penny is common, some unusual examples were struck with errors, such as double dies off, center strikes, clip planchets, die cracks, and struck through mistakes. And these coins can command much stronger premiums than regular issues because they are much scarcer, and many collectors search through old penny rolls hoping to discover one of these accidental varieties, and this possibility creates excitement because a single error coin can turn an ordinary cent into a highly sought-after collectible worth much more than expected. Professional grading is another key factor because services such as PGS and NGC evaluate coins for luster, strike, color, and surface preservation, and assign official grades that greatly influence market value, and even a small mark or carbon spot can reduce the grade significantly, especially for copper coins, and this means collectors often inspect 1977 pennies carefully under magnification before deciding whether to submit them for certification, because the right coin can become much more valuable after receiving a top grade. For subscriber engagement, you can begin by asking whether a 1977 penny found in an old jar is just 1 cent or a hidden collector treasure, and then gradually explain how color condition and errors determine the answer. And this style works very well because many viewers have similar coins in their homes and enjoy the possibility that something ordinary may hold surprising value. And by showing close-up images of high-grade examples and discussing auction prices, you can create a detailed long-form video that keeps the audience engaged. Another compelling point is that millions of 1977 pennies were saved in rolls by collectors, but many have since developed spots or picked up marks from storage, and this means that while the date itself is common, the finest surviving examples remain much scarcer than people expect, and this idea helps viewers understand that rarity in modern coins often comes from condition rather than low mintage, and that concept is one of the most important lessons in coin collecting because it explains why one coin may be worth only face value while another from the same year may be worth many dollars. The 1977 Lincoln 1-cent coin in uncirculated condition is therefore a fascinating collectible because it combines American history, copper composition, grading science, and the excitement of hidden value. And while most examples remain inexpensive, the finest certified red specimens can command much higher prices, and any rare mint error can make the coin even more desirable, and this makes it a perfect topic for a very long YouTube script because it inspires viewers to search their own collections for overlooked treasures and teaches them that even a simple penny from 1977 can become a prized collectible when preserved in exceptional condition. Next up, the Lincoln cent from the United States of America with no mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, and this coin is a familiar modern American penny that many people still find in old jars, drawers, and inherited collections. And although it looks like an ordinary 1-cent coin, it can become much more interesting to collectors when found in true uncirculated condition, because a coin that has never entered circulation may retain original mint luster, strong red color, and sharp details, and these features can make the 1978 no mint mark Lincoln cent far more desirable than a worn example, and many collectors enjoy searching for this date because it is common enough to be found yet challenging to locate in truly high gem quality. The front of the 1978 Lincoln cent carries the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, and the reverse shows the Lincoln Memorial, which had been the standard design for decades, and the absence of a mint mark does not mean an error, because for this year Philadelphia cents were normally struck without a mint mark, and this detail often surprises new collectors who assume that no mint mark means rarity. And for your YouTube audience, this can be a useful teaching point, because understanding the mint mark system helps people avoid confusion and better identify coins that may have real collectible value. In uncirculated condition, the 1978 no mint mark penny should display strong original mint shine and copper surfaces that appear bright red rather than red-brown or dark brown, and collectors often pay the highest prices for coins with the red designation because copper naturally tones over time, and a fully red coin that still looks fresh after many decades can be significantly more desirable, and the coin should also show no signs of wear on Lincoln's cheek hair and coat, while the reverse memorial should have crisp detail and clean fields free from heavy contact marks. The value of a 1978 no mint mark Lincoln cent in lower uncirculated grades, such as MS-60 to MS-63, is often only a few dollars, but once the coin reaches gem grades, such as MS-65 red, the value can increase, and the very finest examples graded MS66 or MS67 red by professional grading services may bring much stronger prices at auction because registry collectors compete for top-quality coins, and this dramatic difference between ordinary and premium condition is one of the most fascinating aspects of coin collecting because the same date can have a wide range of values, depending entirely on preservation. One of the most interesting historical details is that the 1978 penny was struck before the United States changed cent composition in 1982, and therefore it was made primarily of copper, and many collectors prefer these earlier heavier copper cents because they have a classic appearance and feel compared with later copper-plated zinc issues, and this makes the 1978 no mint mark cent appealing, not only for potential value, but also for its connection to a different era of American coinage and everyday life in the late 1970s. Another exciting topic for your video is mint errors, because while the normal 1978 no mint mark penny is common, certain error coins can be worth much more, and these include double dies off center strikes, clipped planchets die cracks, and struck through errors, and collectors search old rolls and collections, hoping to discover these unusual pieces, because a rare error can transform a simple penny into a valuable collectible, and this possibility creates suspense and keeps viewers interested, because they may begin checking their own coins for similar features. Professional grading by services such as PES and NGC is a major factor in determining the value of a 1978 no mint mark cent, because even tiny marks or carbon spots can lower the grade and significantly reduce the price, and for copper coins the original red color is especially important, so collectors often examine the coin under bright light and magnification before deciding whether to submit it for certification, and a top grade can increase value dramatically compared with a raw ungraded. Example: for subscriber engagement, you can start your video by asking whether a 1978 penny found in a kitchen drawer could really be worth more than 1 cent, and then slowly reveal how condition, color, and errors determine the answer, and viewers enjoy this style because many people have similar coins at home and are curious whether they may own hidden treasures, and by showing close-up images of pristine examples and explaining grading standards, you can create a long, detailed video that keeps the audience engaged and encourages them to search their own collections. Another useful point is that although millions of 1978 pennies were produced, many have since been spent, damaged, or turned brown over time, and this means that the finest red gem examples remain much scarcer than the original mintage suggests, and this helps explain why a common date can still become valuable in top condition. And this concept is very important for viewers because it teaches that rarity in modern coins often depends more on surviving condition than on how many were originally minted. The 1978 Lincoln 1-cent coin with no mint mark in uncirculated condition is therefore a fascinating collectible because it combines American history, copper composition, grading, and excitement of hidden value. And while most examples remain inexpensive, the finest certified red specimens can command much higher prices, and any rare mint error can increase that value even further, and this makes the coin a perfect topic for a very long YouTube script because it inspires viewers to examine their own pennies more closely and shows that even an ordinary coin from 1978 can become a prized collectible when preserved in exceptional condition. Next up, the Lincoln cent from the United States of America with no mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, and this coin is a familiar part of the modern Lincoln cent series because many people still find it in old jars, family coin boxes, and inherited collections, and wonder whether a simple penny dated 1979 could be worth much more than face value. And while the coin was produced in very large numbers, the actual collectible value depends greatly on its condition, original red color, and whether it has any unusual mint errors, and this means that an ordinary-looking 1-cent coin can become surprisingly desirable when found in true uncirculated condition with bright luster and nearly flawless surfaces. The obverse of the 1979 Lincoln cent features the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, and the reverse shows the Lincoln Memorial design that was used for decades on American pennies, and the absence of a mint mark indicates production at the Philadelphia Mint, which was standard for cents from that facility during that era, and many beginners mistakenly believe a missing mint mark means a rare error, but in this case it is completely normal, and this can be a strong educational point in your video because teaching viewers the meaning of mint marks helps them understand which coins are truly special and which are standard issues. In uncirculated condition, the 1979 no mint mark penny should show strong original mint luster and bright red copper surfaces, and collectors place great importance on whether the coin remains red because copper naturally darkens over time, and a coin that still retains full red color after many decades can be much more desirable than one that has turned red-brown or brown, and the coin should also show no wear on Lincoln's cheek hair and coat, and the reverse should display sharp details on the memorial with clean fields and minimal marks, and these factors together determine whether the coin can reach premium collectible status. The value of a 1979 no mint mark Lincoln cent in lower uncirculated grades, such as MS-60 to MS-63, is often only a few dollars, but once the coin reaches gem condition, such as MS-65 red, the value can rise noticeably, and the very finest examples graded MS-66 or MS-67 red by professional grading services may sell for much stronger prices at auction because collectors building registry sets compete for the best available examples, and this dramatic range in value makes the coin an exciting topic because it shows that a common date can still become valuable when preserved at the highest level. One interesting historical detail is that the 1979 penny was struck before the United States changed cent composition in 1982, and therefore it was made primarily of copper, and many collectors prefer these earlier copper cents because they have a heavier feel and a classic appearance compared with later copper-plated zinc issues, and this older composition gives the coin additional appeal because it represents a different era of American coinage, and for viewers this can make the coin seem more special since it combines history with everyday familiarity. Another engaging part of the story is mint errors, because while a normal 1979 no mint mark penny is common, some rare error varieties can be worth much more, and these include double dies off center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, and struck through errors, and collectors actively search old rolls and collections, hoping to discover one of these unusual coins, because a verified mint error can transform an ordinary penny into a highly collectible treasure, and this possibility adds excitement to your video because viewers may begin checking their own coins more closely. Professional grading by services such as PGS and NGC is a major factor in determining value because even tiny scratches, spots, or dulling can lower the grade and significantly reduce the price. And for copper coins, the red designation is especially important, and collectors often examine 1979 cents under magnification before deciding whether to submit them for certification because a top grade can greatly increase the market value and create strong auction demand. For subscriber engagement, you can begin the video by asking whether a 1979 penny found in a drawer could actually be worth far more than 1 cent, and then gradually explain how color condition, grading, and errors determine the answer. And viewers enjoy this type of content because many people have similar coins in their homes and are curious whether they own something valuable, and by showing close-up views of pristine examples and discussing auction sales, you can create a long educational video that keeps the audience interested. Another useful point is that although millions of 1979 pennies were minted, many have since been circulated heavily or stored in poor conditions, causing them to lose their original red color and develop marks, and this means that the finest gem red examples remain much scarcer than the original mintage would suggest, and this teaches viewers an important lesson that rarity in modern coins often depends more on surviving condition than on the total number originally struck, and this idea can help them better understand why certain common dates still command higher prices. The 1979 Lincoln 1-cent coin with no mint mark in uncirculated condition is therefore a fascinating collectible because it combines American history, copper composition, grading science, and excitement of hidden value. And while most examples remain inexpensive, the finest certified red pieces can command much stronger prices, and any rare mint error can increase that value even further, and this makes the coin a perfect topic for a very long YouTube script, because it encourages viewers to search their own collections and shows that even a simple penny from 1979 can become a prized collectible when preserved in exceptional condition. Thanks for watching.